Suena y la orquesta.
Hello and welcome back to The Prodigal. Your host is Neil Thomas, and every week we get to open up the Bible and just dive right in. So if you've been looking for a place to land with all your baggage, well, you've come to the right place. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet, and hang out with us.
Hello and welcome to The Prodigal. I'm Neil Thomas, and today let's talk a little bit about tribulation. How many people know that tribulation is God's will for His children? Let's go to Mark, the book of Mark, chapter 8, verses 34. Now, when Jesus Christ our Lord, He called the crowd to where He was, along with His disciples, and He said, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny himself. He must take up his cross and follow me." Now, if our Lord Jesus Christ, who is the head of all angels, He's the Son of God, He's the Son of Man, and He's God Himself, if He was subjected to tribulations, who are we not to face the same thing? And the problem with all of us is that we're not ready to suffer tribulations. We're not ready to suffer humiliation and disgrace. So in Matthew 15, verses 8, this is what God says. He says, "These people draw near to me with their mouth. They honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me." And that's why we have a hard time realizing God's glory. We're not prepared to suffer afflictions. We're not prepared to carry our cross and follow Him. We're not ready to receive disgrace or receive insults. We're not ready to be cheated or beaten or accused falsely. We're not ready to be killed for His name. And the reason that all of mankind falls short of the glory of God is that nobody is prepared to suffer. But our Lord Jesus Christ has made it absolutely clear. He said, "Whoever will come after me, let him deny himself. Let him take up his cross and follow me." If you don't take up your cross, what benefit is your Christian walk? Your money's not beneficial. Your business or your house, that's not beneficial. Fame and fortune is not beneficial. But what is required is for you to overcome tribulations. So what is required for you and for me is for us to take up our cross daily and follow Him. If you read Matthew 16:21, it says, "From that time forward, Jesus Christ began to show His disciples that He must go to Jerusalem. He must suffer many things from the elders and the chief priests and the scribes and be killed and be raised on the third day. And if you don't suffer with our Lord Jesus Christ, how will you be glorified with Him? If you fail to suffer tribulations with Him, how will you resurrect with Him?" And that is why He asks, isn't the Christ supposed to suffer many things and then pass into the Father's glory? In Revelation chapter 7, verses 13 and 14, one of the angels is talking to John, the beloved. He asks a question to John. He says, "Who are these that are dressed in white robes? And where did they come from?" John didn't know the answer. John didn't know how to answer him. He says, "Sir, you know." And the angel, he said to John, he said, "These are the ones who come out of the great tribulation. They've washed their robes, they've made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore they are before the throne of God, and they serve Him day and night in His temple. And He who sits on the throne will dwell among them. They shall neither hunger, nor shall they thirst any more, and the sun shall not strike them, nor the heat. For the Lamb who is in the middle of the throne will shepherd them and lead them to living fountains of water. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes." Tribulation is our cross. How will you serve God if you don't pick up your cross and follow after Him? You know, everyone claims that they want to follow our Lord Jesus Christ, but is there anyone prepared to face tribulation? Peter and the other apostles, as well as Paul, were true followers of our Lord Jesus Christ. They accepted to follow in the footsteps of their Master. Ask yourself, will you not retaliate when someone wrongs you? If a person slaps you, won't you slap him back? It's not sufficient to pay lip service that you're following our Lord Jesus Christ. If you do not deny yourself and take up your cross and follow Him, you cannot be His disciple. So let tribulation be your food. May the Lord bless the preaching of His holy word. Amen.